TK to let it come see it. Hands down here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature 0. I'm the hardest they call.
Like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hook, don't find it. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zoom, I'm gone. When the members on and get it going, Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down. Tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style. They be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you've been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, make sure I'm...
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today,
if God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea Slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The Bengals at 4-3, a game over 500. Hey, Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
4 yards the pickup, first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 39, Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Burrow. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. That's one where you probably give the ball carrier a bit of a mulligan, right?
Yeah.
I mean, where was he?
Put his foot in the ground, and there was no place to go. No room to roll.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They go play action with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. We're scoreless after one. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be out right at the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And now they'll throw with Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34 for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their play book and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Throwing is Lance on third down. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And Lance now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the and maybe open thing.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on third.
Blanket in the passing lanes.
To throw, it's Lance.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow on play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow looking deep downfield. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A Lance again here on 2nd and 10.
And some room to roam now. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 75 yards.
And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
95 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
McPherson on for the point after.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, you're ready. They're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Again, it's Lance. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A draw play for Mixon. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. He's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. It's Mixon on the counter. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that move's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. Able to complete this one to McLeod. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Lance back to throw.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Lance looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Now Lance.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
To about the 40-yard line.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, Mixon.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this,